Hello students, welcome to my channel Learn, Grow and Rise. In today's session, we will discuss one important periodic property, that is electronegativity. In this session, we will discuss introduction, scales of electronegativity, factors affecting the magnitude of electronegativity, periodic trends of electronegativity, significances, summary, differences between electron affinity and electronegativity. And lastly, few more questions to do excel in your exam in our exam decode session. So let's start. Before discussing electronegativity, let me introduce a concept of sharing. Many of us know that sharing is caring, and many times we practice it. Many times we share our tiffin box with our friends, and like this, atom also share the electrons to gain the stability. Here you can see this is the hydrogen atom and this is the chlorine atom. Hydrogen atom consists of one electron in its outermost shell and chlorine atom consists of 7 electrons in its outermost shell. Hydrogen atom need one electron to attain the stability and chlorine atom also need one electron to attain the stability. So, when both of them form the bond, both of them share one electron to attain their stability. And the pair of electrons shared by them is known as the bond pair or shared pair. This is the bond pair electron, or you can say this is the shared pair electron. So, after sharing the electron, one atom has the more tendency to attract the shared pair electron towards itself. And here the chlorine has the more tendency to attract the shared pair electron towards itself. So that tendency is known as the electron negativity. The electronegativity of an atom in a molecule is defined as its relative tendency to attract the shared pair of electron towards itself in a covalent bond. You can see here the chlorine and hydrogen atom share the one pair of electron, and the tendency of attracting the shared pair of electron, chlorine and the hydrogen, the tendency is more in a chlorine, so that chlorine can attract the shared pair electron towards itself, and that tendency is known as the electronegativity. So, electronegativity is a relative term because we are comparing the tendency of attracting the shared pair electron towards itself. The element with less electronegativity have a weak pull on electrons, and the elements with high electronegativity have a strong pull on the electrons. Then now question comes, how to measure the electronegativity? Children, as it is a tendency to pull the electron, as it is a power to pull the electron, so it is a relative term. We are comparing the power, we are comparing the force between two atoms. So as it is a relative tendency, so it has no unit. Then how can we express it? We express the electronegativity by using different scales. As it does not have any absolute value, so we are using different scales to express the electronegativity. Linus Pauling, an American chemist, winner of 2 Nobel Prizes, came up with the concept of electronegativity to explain the chemical bonding. A number of scales have been devised to measure the electronegativity of atoms, but the most widely accepted scale is your Pauling scale. According to the scale, fluorine has highest electronegativity and the value is 4, and cesium has lowest electronegativity value and that is 0.7. Pauling scale based on bond dissociation energy, and another scale to determine the electronegativity is Mulliken scale, and Mulliken scales based on the arithmetic mean of the ionization energy and the electroaffinity. So according to the Mulliken scale, electron negativity is equal to arithmetic mean of your ionization energy and electron affinity. Now, what are the factors affecting the magnitude of electronegativity? There are two factors. One is size of the atom, and size of the atom is inversely proportional to the electronegativity. Smaller the size of the atom, greater the electronegativity value. Why? Because smaller the atom, smaller the distance between the nucleus and the shared pair of electrons. Hence, greater the force of attraction by the nucleus towards the shared pair of electrons. So, the nucleus has more tendency to attract the shared pair of electron because it is nearer to the shared pair of electron as the distance is less. Hence, the size of atom is inversely proportional to the electronegativity. Less the size of atom, more the electronegativity value. Now, the second factor is your nuclear charge. Electronegativity is directly proportional to the nuclear charge. Greater the nuclear charge, higher the electronegativity values. Why? Because as the nuclear charge is more, as the nuclear charge is greater, the force of attraction for the bonded electrons is more. The nucleus has more power to attract the shared pair of electron towards itself. Hence, the electronegativity increases. Now, let us know the periodic trends of electronegativity. The periodic trends across a period. As atomic size decreases and nuclear charge increases as we move from left to right or across a period in a periodic table, electronegativity increases. You can see I have taken the example of second period. In the second period, the elements are lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. I have not taken here the noble gases because the electron negativity value of the noble gases is approximately 0. They have no tendency to pull the shared pair of electrons towards themselves. So, now you can see in the second period, when we move across the period from lithium to the fluorine, the nuclear charge increases gradually and hence the atomic radius decreases. As the atomic radius decreases and nuclear charge increases, the electronegativity value also increases across a period. Now, let us discuss what is the trend down a group. Down a group, atomic size increases because nuclear charge also increases, but the effect of atomic size is dominating over the nuclear charge. Hence, as the atomic size increases, the electronegativity decreases. I have taken here the group 17. And group 17, as we move from fluorine to astatine, the size of the element, size of the members present in this group, that gradually increases because the number of cell increases. As the size increases, the number of cell increases, size increases, electronegativity decreases along the group or down a group. Now, what are the significances? The electronegativity difference between the two atoms in a molecule or a compound determine the nature of the bond. If the difference between the two atoms is ranges from 0 to 0.39, the covalent bond present is a non-polar covalent bond. If the value is 0.4 to 0.89, the bond present is your moderately polar covalent bond, or you can say it is a polar covalent bond. If the value is 0.9 to 1.69, then the covalent bond is very polar covalent bond. And if it is 1.7 or greater than 1.7, the bond form is your ionic bond. So, by knowing the electronegativity differences, we can predict the nature of the bond or bond type present in the compound. It also helps to predict the stability of the molecule. More the ionic character, more the stability of the compound. Hence, it also helps to find out the stability of a compound. Now, let us have a quick look what we have learned till now in summary. Electronegativity is a relative ability of atoms to attract the shared electrons. It is higher for the nonmetal with fluorine as it is highest with the value of the 4. It is lower for the metals with cesium and francium as the lowest with the value of 0.7. It increases from left to right going across a period on a periodic table. It decreases going down a groove the periodic table. Now, what are the difference between electron affinity and electronegativity? Electron affinity is the amount of energy released when an isolated at neutral gaseous atom of an element takes up an extra electron to form the anion. But what is electronegativity? It is a tendency of an atom of the element to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself in a molecule. Electron affinity is a property of an isolated atom. It is a property of the atom present in a compound or bonded state. Electron affinity has a unit either electron volt per atom, kilocalorie per mole or kilojoule per mole, but electronegativity has no unit. Electron affinity has an absolute value, but it does not have absolute value. Different scales are used to express the electronegativity. It does not change regularly along a period or down a group. It always shows an so come up with few exceptions. Electron affinity always included or come up with few exceptions. But electronegativity changes regularly along a period and down a group. Now let us discuss few questions in our exam decode session to do excel in your exam. The first question is that the element with least electronegativity. I think the options are given here is lithium, carbon, boron, fluorine are present in a period. It presents in the second period. So lithium is present, the first element in the second period. So lithium has the least electronegativity. Electronegativity dash down the group. As we move down the group, the atomic size increases. As the atomic size increases, the electronegativity value decreases. Electronegativity of iodine is less than the chlorine. Iodine value is smaller than the chlorine. Electronegativity differences between atom A and B in a molecule AB is 0. The nature of the molecule AB is nonpolar. So hope children you enjoyed my video. Please like, share, comment and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thank you.